India and Canada used to have a very decent relationship. But things took a huge hit back in 2023 when then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused India of being involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Khalistani separatist who was shot dead in Canada on June 18, 2023. Though India completely denied all these allegations, calling them baseless and false. Trudeau's allegations did not just create a diplomatic tension, they escalated into a full-blown crisis, leading to both countries expelling each other's top diplomats and freezing high-level talks. The impact was felt across multiple sectors, from trade to immigration, making 2023 one of the worst years for India-Canada relationship. One of the biggest setbacks came in the form of early processed trade agreement, which was supposed to strengthen economic ties between the two nations. Negotiations had been going really well, but both countries were optimistic about sealing the deal in 2023. However, after Trudeau's remark and the worsening diplomatic climate, Canada paused the agreement, further straining their relationship. Let me add, for India, this wasn't just about trade. It was about a long-standing concern over Khalistani separatist activities in Canada. India has repeatedly raised the issue of extremist groups operating from Canadian soil. But unfortunately, Trudeau's government was seen as turning a blind eye to all these concerns. Instead of addressing India's security worries, Trudeau's government publicly made allegations against India, worsening the situation. Now, there is a new leader in Canada, and things might take a turn for better. Mark Carney, the former governor of both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, has won the leadership race of the Liberal Party with an overwhelming 85.9% votes. Now, this means he is set to become the next Prime Minister of Canada, and his approach to foreign relations, particularly with India, will be under close watch. Unlike Trudeau, who often prioritized ideological and identity politics, Carney is a practical leader with a strong economic background. He understands global market, and more importantly, he has direct experience with India's economy. Carney was previously the chairman of Brookfield Asset Management, a company that has made significant investment in India's real estate, renewable energy, and infrastructure sector. His financial expertise and first-hand knowledge of India's economic landscape can be key in rebuilding the damaged relationship between the two countries. Carney has already indicated that he wants to reset Canada's diplomatic and trade relationship, particularly with countries like India. Recently, at an event in Calgary, Alberta, he openly stated that Canada must diversify its trade relationship and that there are huge opportunities to rebuild ties with India. This statement is significant because historically Canada has been heavily dependent on trade with the US. However, under United States President Donald Trump, the US imposed tariff on Canada, creating economic uncertainty. Now that Trump is in power, Canada may once again face trade restrictions, which they already are doing, making it even more important to build strong economic ties with other nations like India. See this in a way that if Mark Carney is very serious about repairing relationship with India, he will need to focus on several key areas. The first and most crucial step is addressing India's concern regarding Khalistani separatists. India has long demanded that Canada take strong action against extremist groups that promote anti-India activities. If Carney wants to rebuild trust, he will need to show a clear commitment to cracking down on these groups and ensuring that Canada is not used as a safe haven for these extremists. Unlike Trudeau, who often sided with Sikh separatist groups for political reasons, Carney has a chance to reset the narrative and assure India that Canada will not tolerate such activities. The second major area where Carney can make a very positive impact is in trade and economic cooperation. India and Canada have strong business ties, with Canada investing billions in Indian infrastructure and energy sector, and India being a key market for Canadian exports. If Carney pushes for the revival of early progress trade agreement, it could greatly benefit both the nations. This would allow businesses from both the countries to expand operations, boost exports, and create new job opportunities. With this, Carney's background in economics makes him well equipped to prioritize trade negotiations over political conflicts, which could lead to a stronger and more stable India Canada partnership. Another major area of focus is immigration policy. Canada is one of the top destinations for Indian students and skilled workers. But in recent years, the Trudeau government has tightened visa norms and made PR approvals more difficult. If Carney wants to attract top talents from India, he may need to ease the immigration restriction and make it easier for skilled professionals to work and settle in Canada. This would not only benefit Indian immigrants but also help Canada's economy, which relies on foreign talent in sectors like technology, healthcare, and engineering. A pro-immigration policy under Carney could lead to stronger economic ties between both the nations, while also improving diplomatic relationships. Now, if we see it from an Indian perspective, then having a pragmatic leader like Carney at the helm of Canada presents an opportunity to repair and strengthen relationships that were damaged under Trudeau. India has always valued strong economic and diplomatic partnership, and if Carney takes the right step, India may be willing to engage in fresh negotiations. However, the key factors will be whether Carney acknowledges India's concern about Khalistan or not. If he can demonstrate a willingness to cooperate on security issues, resume trade talks, and support fair immigration policy, then India-Canada relationship could see a positive turnaround. For Canada, improving relations with India is not just about trade and diplomacy, but also about staying competitive in a changing global economy. With India emerging as one of the world's fastest growing economies, ignoring India as a trade partner would be a massive missed opportunity. Though we know that Carney understands global markets really well, and if he leverages this knowledge to strengthening Canada's economic ties with India, both countries stand to benefit massively. So basically, in the end, Mark Carney's leadership brings a fresh chance to reset India-Canada relationship. However, his success will depend on how he handles the Khalistan issue, whether he reopens trade negotiations, and how he addresses immigration policy that impact thousands of Indians. If he takes the right step, he could turn the page on the Trudeau-era tensions and lead Canada into a new era of cooperation with India. But if he follows Trudeau's steps, relations could remain frozen for years to come. The coming months will be very important in determining whether Carney can truly fix the damage or if India-Canada relationship will continue to struggle.